Hello, everyone. Andrea Dowie here. I have been utilizing doTERRA oils for about 9 years for me and my family in our home. And for approximately the last 7 years, I have been sharing oils with other people, helping them get involved and changing their lives with these amazing products. Now, when I got started, I wanted nothing to do with the business side of doTERRA. I just wanted to utilize the products and for my own family. I didn't even want to sign anyone up. But what ended up happening is that I had three people who wanted to sign up and wanted to sign up with me, and they got started. And then I noticed that this check was coming in the mail for $50. And I'm like, wow, that's like half the amount of what I'm ordering right now. That's pretty cool. And back in that time, we were not in a place financially to be able to do big orders and things like that. It was just kind of struggling to get by. But I was utilizing the oils in a way that was helping our family with offsetting medical costs, offsetting over the counter things. And so it was justified for us to do that. So, anyway, as I was receiving this check, it was really like starting to get the urge to want to look in more into how to build a doTERRA business. But I had some past bad experiences with this type of business. And so that was really holding me back until my fireplace blew up in my face. That was the one thing that happened that got me to see how these oils work, how these oils actually worked in my life, and how they supported my body so well through that process that I healed in 7 days. And that was the catalyst that pushed me to decide that I have to get these in other people's homes. And so when I started building the business, I had built with the thought of hitting certain ranks. Okay. So in doTERRA, there's different ranks. It goes like silver, gold, platinum, diamond, blue diamond, presidential, double blue. I mean, it goes on and on and on. doTERRA just keeps expanding it as people are moving up these ranks, which is pretty awesome. And when you're looking at when I was looking at building for ranks, it's because I had this influence of the old business. But what I did not realize is that there was a different model or a different compensation program with this old business, which is why depth was important, why putting people down below other people was so important. I didn't analyze the the compensation plan through doTERRA when I was building this way. Now, mind you, I hit silver in 5 months, which is pretty fast. But if I would have built this way, if I would have had this as a focus more than just building in depth or going for rank, I believe that my business would be in a different place today. And the reason I say that is because I met someone at doTERRA just did a diamond retreat, and this kind of reignited me regarding doTERRA. And so first, someone had introduced me to getting to the 1500 in 4 months, which is what we're going to be talking about today. And then I went to diamond retreat, and I actually talked to an amazing lady from Canada who has been in about as long as I have, but has been getting her 1500 bonus since the beginning because she was a school teacher and she really wanted to get out of that. And she looked at the compensation program from the perspective of, I want to get out of teaching. So what can I do and how fast can I do that? And she has been getting her $1,500 power of three this whole time. And which kind of solidified what I had written out on the airplane on the way to Diamond Retreat. So in speaking to these two, one is a presidential diamond I spoke to. She has somebody who just did this, what I'm going to show you, in 4 months. And so this is something that can truly happen. Now, I'm just starting myself in this. And so I'm kind of bringing the concepts to you, but there's no reason why anyone couldn't do this. And it simplifies everything. For me, as a leader, I was looking for what can I do to simplify this for new people who are coming on board. I feel like it's gotten kind of complicated, and people were stopping at the beginning of the process because they were like, oh, that just seems like a lot of work. And so when I show this to you, hopefully you're going to understand how this simplifies the process of doing doTERRA, having it as a viable business, and actually moving very quickly by focusing in on one area, which is you getting your power of three and you helping other people get their power of three. So I'm gonna share my my slide show here. And I just spent, after the training on Saturday, I actually had helped a few people understand this in this process, and we're all really excited about it. But I also got a lot of questions answered. So hopefully this is complete, and you'll be able to see that this is going to be very helpful for you. So give me one moment to get this started. Slideshow and presenter view. Okay. All right. So what we're talking about today, again, is basically focusing in on power of three, getting $1,500 plus in income in 4 months. Okay. So we don't have to like not share oils. We don't have to like just go after looking at it from a financial perspective. But I'll tell you, because of the last business I was a part of, I didn't focus on this at all. It's a wonder how I even got to the ranks that I've gotten to in doTERRA, because I didn't focus in on this. Whereas now I feel like this is an easy way for us to transfer into focusing in on helping people, because we're where similar to 2008, right? We're kind of back in a place of where people are looking for ways to create extra income. So this is a way to get $1,500 plus in 4 months. And this is the power of one, or the power of you helping 3 other people, and then us duplicating that on down. So how much easier does it sound than to help 3 people than it does to be like, oh, you have to talk to 30 people a month in order to be able to get to that point. Okay. I thought that simplified it down quite a bit. So let's go to our second slide. So what do people need? What are they looking for right now? And then what does doTERRA offer? So number one, money, right? People are really getting killed by inflation. Gas prices are through the roof. There's just so much going on in the world. And they're looking for a way to create another financial income. That's why places like Uber and Lyft and all of these shopping sites and things like that have exploded, is because people were looking for something to do outside of their regular full-time job in order to create more of an income. Now, though, that type of income is you do the work and you have to continue to do the work and then you get paid. You do the work and then you get paid. Whereas doTERRA is more from a residual standpoint. If you do this right, you can do the work once and it's just going to keep repaying you over and over and over and over again. So that's a huge deal for people. When you start to understand that, thinking about how much money would you have to have in the bank in order to get $1,500 in residual income month after month after month. Think about that. How much would you have to have? I don't know, 15 million, maybe even more than that. Like that is like a huge, in order to be able to get that return on your investment, you have to have a lot of money out there. Whereas with doTERRA, it's taking your time and your energy and helping other people will get you that as well. So doTERRA actually started in the last recession in 2008. That's when doTERRA became a company. And many missed the boat then and they regretted it. We're in another one. Let's take advantage of this. This type of a business explodes during times like this because, again, people are looking for other ways to bring in income. Also, you're going to be able to help people because you're going to help bring them better health, better products in their home, and they're already spending money on. It's an easy transition into switching their buying habits from whatever they're going now, Walmart or the grocery store, over to doTERRA, but they're also getting better products. Why? Because doTERRA tests everything. We are pure, the most pure, right? That's what we're looking for. And that's what we have to offer to people. And when they start to realize that, right now they might be underwater with finances, so they can't even think about health. And you can help people like that. But you might also have people who are coming in from the health side, and you can help them get to the side where they have the finances fixed too. Stability. Now think about this. When you're building something like this, if you had people on your team who were consistently making $50 to $1,500 a month in a bonus, that's on top of everything else, don't you think that they would stick around and probably never leave? They would probably, and even I have people on my team who are not making that and are still ordering the products every month because they love them. So not only is it an opportunity because they love the products, but if we can help them to get that, that could be huge in order to get their products paid for or move on to the larger amounts anywhere. They're not going to go anywhere. Maybe they're looking for independence. What are people looking for? A job. And many times the jobs these last few years have been telling people what they can and cannot do. And people are not liking that, especially when it comes to their health. And so this is an opportunity for them to become their own boss and to do things that they want to do, right? Maybe they want to spend more time with their kids. Maybe they want to, I have a, sick aging mother. Being able to fly there whenever I want has been amazing to be able to help her. There's so many different things that people are looking for, and they just don't know the options that are out there that doTERRA provides. Many of it's being some part of something bigger than themselves. People are looking for that too. And you know what? The other thing people are looking for is community. Us getting together on Saturday was awesome to be able to get together again, and to hang out and to enjoy each other's company and have good conversation and learn and trust and grow. And then don't forget about Generation Z. Okay, so at Diamond Retreat, we had a couple of Generation Zers get up on stage and talk about what they're looking for. Generation Z is like that 20 to 30 age range. Number one, they don't want to be in a 9-to-5 job. They want to travel. They want to go and do things. But what's the problem is that they don't have the money to do that. So what they also said is that they're looking for people like us who know how to do these things, in order to be able to believe in them and to give them the confidence that they can do something like this. That has been huge in their growth, because these 3 Generation Zers have all hit higher ranks in doTERRA. And they also are looking for something that's bigger than themselves that they can contribute to society with. So that's what we have to offer, right? If you think about all of these things, this is all that doTERRA offers. All right, so let's talk about placements. Okay, so placements has always been that, well, where do I put that person? Where do I put that person? And if we're focusing on power of 3, this really helps us with simplifying placements, okay? So when we're looking at power of 3, so doTERRA has a compensation portion of it where when you have 3 people and yourself as a group, every month ordering on loyalty rewards, 600 points total. Each one has to be 150 points each. You and those 3 people, doTERRA will pay you a $50 bonus. Okay. So, and then when those people go out and get their 3, that bumps your bonus up to 250 and they're getting their 50. And then when those people go out and get their 3, that bumps your bonus up to 1500 and they're all getting your top line is getting 250 and the people below them are getting 50. That is the power of 3 that doTERRA provides to us as one of our compensation programs. All right. So when we're looking at simplifying placements and this power of 3 focus, you have to find 3 people who will commit to the following. You have to have confidence. You have to know that last slide that I went through, that doTERRA is the best option that they have in their life right now. And you have that to offer them. You have to know that. They have to feel that confidence, because if they don't, then, and you're wishy-washy, they're not going to commit. They're not going to jump on board with you. If there's one thing that I noticed when I first was starting with doTERRA is that I just knew that I knew that I knew, and people just jumped on board with me because they knew my train was going somewhere. Okay. And somewhere that is where they wanted to go as well. So they have to commit to the following. Number one, they have to commit to 150 PV order, which is about $200 order every single month. Okay. But here's the caveat. When I go to show you the numbers, by month 2, they're going to have that order completely paid for. And let me give you some ideas of what they can put in their order that's going to not only be great, but help them. Okay. Lifelong Vitality Pack, plus adding on Terrazyme, probiotics, lemon, Slim and Sassy, or some of our new products that are coming out. Can't wait to share those with you guys. Being able to help them in that way, and getting those, that could be an order that's right around 150 PV. And so when we started on Lifelong Vitality, basically I took that 150, $200 out of my food budget, because what I noticed is that was feeding me nutritionally, and I didn't need to eat as much food, therefore not buy as much. So that is number one. They have to commit to a 150 PV, which is around $200 probably, order every single month. Number 2, they have to commit to finding 3 people who will do the same, which is commit to 150 PV order every month and finding 3 people themselves to do the same. Now, finding people who are of influence, and some people that you're looking around, they might not think they're people of influence, but you see it in them. And if you tell them that, guess what that does? That boosts their confidence and they start to see that too. And maybe people who are in a tight knit community, that's another great place to do it. Okay. You want people who are committed and capable, that are not wishy-washy. Okay. These people are going to be on your basically top line, and they're going to be people that you're going to be working with for the rest of your life. So make sure they're people that you like and that are committed and that they're capable to be able to do this, right? If your best friend lives in her basement and never leaves the house, she might not be the best person for this. But if your best friend's a person who's out about talking to people, has friends, a group of people at work, things like that, has some connections, those are the kinds of people that you would probably want to look for. But here's the thing: if somebody is motivated by money or by having something bigger than themselves, or falls in love with the products, they can be just as influential. Because like me, when I moved here is when I hit silver in 5 months. I knew hardly anybody. And I did that from scratch. And it was just going out. And when somebody said something was wrong, I would put an oil on them. And then they were like, wow, that worked. And then it would move from that to that. So we don't want to discount anyone, but you just want to make sure that they are going to be committed to these things. Okay. Now, this last thing I know is going to be a little difficult to kind of comprehend, but there's no real need to sign up customers. You still can, of course, but again, if we're looking at, people that we want to have that's on our team, are those people who commit to ordering regularly. And maybe you'll sign up customers who want to order regularly, but they only are able to do 50 or 100, and they're just not wanting to go out and find those 3 people. That's okay. We can fill in different spots on our team with that. But you can also sell oils retail to them until they're ready to commit. Or you can do like 17 drop samples and have them order those. And then guess what? They're coming back to you every time they need a refill. And then as they're doing that, that's when you can see the commitment maybe change in them. And then maybe they'll commit to doing the loyalty rewards program. What I hate seeing is, which happened to me a lot, is that people would get started with a kit, and then I wouldn't see them again. As much as I tried to get them to meet, things like that, people get busy and all of that. But if they run out, guess what? They can come to you, especially if they're running out quickly. Okay. So here's some tips. Watch your verbiage, watch the things that you say. Are you interested? Yeah, let's not say that. Let's switch that to, are you open to? We have tons of different things that we can say that will help to bring that confidence on yourself. And if you need help with that, I'm more than willing to coach you to help you to get to that point. Okay. Stay away from heavy words, so heavy words that are going to kind of bring this, if you think about simplifying it, we want to keep it simple, of them just having to find 3, right? Make it fun. How can you make things fun? That's when people are going to hitch their train to you as well. So if you build with the power of 3 focus, you're going to be at least by the silver rank by month 4. And again, I'm going to go through the numbers. And you want to support your 3 by helping them get their 3, and then support the next level down as well. And how can you support? Teaching classes, making them fun, calling them something else. Let's switch some things up. Okay. It's a different time. We just went through a not so good time, right? So what are things that you can do? Wine and wellness, master your metabolism, different things like that are going to get, because lots of people, gain the COVID 30. Hey, I was one of them, but I just lost a bunch of weight. So figuring out your stories and what you can do in order to help people. And then you want to support them and you want to train them up so that they're doing that themselves. Duplication is important, so important in this process. If you don't duplicate, your people are going to stop at 50, right? So you need to help them to be able to duplicate, all right? And you'll get into your groove in figuring out what that is. So training them up to support by teaching events. You want to help them teach their 3, and their 3 teach their 3, right? All the way down. Okay. We want structure that is solid, and that's a great way to do that. Now, going over the build guide as a second part to every single class is another important part of us just getting this opportunity out in front of people. After you have an event, have them stay for 15 minutes just to run through that guide and literally just read it word for word, you guys. It's not that difficult. And then once you do that, you ask, hey, who wants to make $1,500 in 4 months? I'm gonna have a little meeting over here and we're gonna discuss that part. And then you can focus on that in order to help them achieve that goal, right? And then ask them if they want that, and then qualify them by doing those three things that we already talked about. Making sure they'll commit to the 150, making sure they'll commit to getting those three people. And we want that timeline of three people in their first month, right? Because you don't want everyone. You know, what happens is a lot of times you'll get some people who will say it, but won't do it. And so definitely before you're deciding where you're going to put them, making sure that you're able to guide them along, and you'll be able to tell whether or not they're committed. All right. So how the numbers work. Okay, so this was so exciting when I went through this. But you might have to watch this more than once. Okay. So when I did the training on Saturday, I did see some blank faces like, wow, this is like, I kind of get it. But so that's why I decided to make this video, was for those who weren't there, but also so that we can rewatch this over and over again. All right. So the following numbers that I'm going to go through are based on an initial kit purchase of $160, the 110 PV. Okay. You might get people who buy more than that. That's okay. But I just needed to do easy numbers. PV, when I talk about PV, that means point value. Every single product, every kit has a point value associated at. Now, the point value is important for those of us that are building because that's what our compensation is based off of. So after month one, all numbers are based on 150 PV or a 200 order. Okay, so they have their initial order in month one, and they can't do loyalty rewards until their second month. So in that second month is the 200, is the 150 PV commitment is when they have to do that. And you can even start people with 150 PV, like just get them in that habit right away if you'd like. And in this particular video, I'm only looking at fast starts, power of 3, and rank bonuses. I'm not really talking about unilevel, which I have another video on YouTube that you can go in and you can see the whole compensation plan. All right, and after you receive your initial, after you have completed your initial power of 3, 1,500, guess what? You can build another one, or you can do them both at the same time. So there's all different ways that you can actually do this so that you're getting not only 1,500, but once you complete that, you can actually start another one and get another 50, and then another 250 and another 1,500, and you can just keep doing that if you want to raise your income. It truly is. doTERRA went and looked at all the different compensation plans out there, and they picked the best of the best from each of those compensation plans, which is just huge for us, right? So this is just an overview. Please ask any questions by reaching out to me. You can text me at my phone number that's on here, and we can set up a time to talk more, or the person who invited you into doTERRA, give them a call and we can get a call on with them as well. All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty numbers. Again, I was doing this on the plane. I'm like, where's my notebook? So I wrote everything out and did all the math. And I was actually like, wow, this is amazing that we have this opportunity. And why did I not do this 7 years ago? But anyway, it's all right. Now that I know more, I can do better. So month one. All right. So your first month, you're going to want to find 3 people who will do their initial order of at least that 110, even 150 PV, and also committing to doing 150 PV per month every single month, and committing that they're going to find 3 friends that will do the same. So that's your job. Find those 3. So your income in month one, based on that 150 or the 110 PV kit purchase, you're going to get fast start. Okay. So fast start's what doTERRA pays us weekly in order to be able to earn some money right away. And so that's $22 because it's 20% on the 150, $22 times 3, which is $66 in income you get for month one. I know, not huge, doesn't even cover your initial investment, but watch how this multiplies. So in month 2, you're going to help your 3 people find their 3 people. Okay. So they're going to find their 3, which is going to be 9 more people, right? And again, they have to be committed, capable, and follow everything that we've already talked about. So this is again based on the 110 PV and the LRP of 150. So your 3 people are now moving into the 150 PV that they're each doing, right? And you still get fast start on that at 20% because you get fast start for their first 60 days. And then the people under them, you're going to be getting 10% fast start because that's how doTERRA did it. So we'll continue to help people. You get 10% fast start on the 3 people that they're bringing on board, okay, for 60 days as well. And then you're now getting your 50 power of 3 because you did want your 150 and your top line did their 150s, which equals 600. So you get your power of 3 of $50. So your total income for month 1, if we build it out perfectly like this, is approximately $239. So last month you went from 66 to 239, almost 5 times. This is called the multiplication, right? Almost 5 times the amount than what you did the month before. So guess what you have now? Your order's paid for, right? Your $200 order is now paid for with fast starts and power of 3 bonus. Okay. Now let's look at month 3. All right. So like I said, your first 60 days, you're paid on everyone who gets started for your first 3 lines. Okay. The people you enroll, the people they enroll, and then the people they enroll. So then when we go to month 3, we want to continue to support our team. We want to continue to support the people who are bringing 3 in, and using pipes, which we're going to talk about at the end, in order to be able to do that. So here we don't get 20% anymore because we only got that for the first 60 days, but we do have some that we're getting 10%. And then the people they're bringing in, we're going to now get 5%. Plus we're now getting our power of 3, 250, because those everyone's doing their 150, which equals you and your 3 people at 600, which is the minimum in order to get your power of 3. So you're going to get your $250. So your total income on month 3 is $533.50 plus any unilevel, okay? Which we're not going to get into, but there's even more income coming on top of that. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now let's look at month 4. All right, so month 4, this is the power of multiplication and duplication. Your fast starts are going to be at 5% for that group because you're still in that 60 days for your top 3, right? So that's about 750 times 27 people is 202.50. Now you're getting your 1,500 power of 3 bonus, right? So you have 1,500 and you're getting your silver bonus because we're now structured correctly in order to have 3 teams with 3,000 PV plus in each one of those teams, which makes you hitting that rank of silver. And if you're still enrolling people, which you should be, I didn't say that on this at all, is like if you're continuing to enroll people, your enrollment bonus, because you enrolled 1 person and you're a premier hire, you're going to automatically get $180 to $200 as well. So your total income in month 4 is $2,032.50 plus any unilevel income as well. I just didn't want to do the math on all that. For rank, you're going to have over 4,700 in each one of those 3 teams, which is approximately $14,310 in volume, and you've hit your silver rank. You might even get to gold. And I can tell you the bonuses are way better at gold than they are at silver. So look at this. You go from $66 in income, month 1, to $239 in month 2, which doubles even more to month 3, which quadruples in month 4 to over $2,000. I mean, are you mind blown like I was when I did that math? I've never sat down and did those numbers ever. And I really was mind blown. And I was like, this is just, if only I would have done this before, but I'm not going to look back. I'm only going to look forward. Right now, we're in a perfect time, perfect place with people who are needing this, right? From a financial perspective. And we have the best products out there. They're going to continue to order anyway without this, but let's help people in all areas, right? Financially too. So after that 4 months, you can do this, sit back on the beach, be good, got my 1,500, I'm making about 2,000 a month, awesome. Or you can continue duplicating until you've reached presidential diamond and beyond, which is real financial freedom. It's up to you, right? And it's up to you on how many people that you want to help to do the same thing. The more people that you help, the more people that you support, I don't want to use the word help, let's use the word support, the more people that you support and are there for, the larger your checks become. That's just how this works. And again, we have an amazing product line with doTERRA. They take care of everything. When you compare, so my husband used to own pizzerias. So what did he have to do when he owned pizzerias? He had to make the pizzas. He had to pay the people. He had to hire people. He had to deal with people who didn't show up to work and still had to go in. He had to get all the orders out. He had to do payroll. He had to do accounting. He had all these things that he had to do. doTERRA gives us the opportunity because they ship out all the orders. They take the orders. They pay us. We get the check from them. They pay all of our people. We don't have to do any of that stuff. So that frees us up to be able to grow our businesses and focus just on one area, finding 3 people, being that power of one who finds 3 people who wants to do what I am going to do, right? I mean, how powerful is that? That's huge. My husband in the pizzeria? No, it's high stress. Oh my gosh. And you guys, look for busy people. Busy people get stuff done. They don't have time to mess around at all. So again, the opportunity is there. So here is my challenge for you. Go make a life-changing list. And this life-changing list isn't just about changing your life, but changing the lives of people who are on that list. Star those, put stars next to those that you want to be your 3. Who are the people that you want to work with? Who are the people that you can see getting those 3 people and who have those influential people on their list? We want to keep repeating that over and over again. Learn our process and help your new people with our process, okay? Our process is what's called PIPES: prepare, invite, present, enroll, support, repeat, okay? That's what we do, okay? So it's Pipers, actually, because I put repeat on there. But Piper, okay? Repeat, support. Well, no. Okay. So anyway, so know our process, take our process, and that's what we're repeating. What you do and prepare, what you do and invite, present, how you do that is about you and what you are drawn to and what you want to do. There are 50 million ways to do doTERRA, I promise. You just have to find what fits for you. Okay. Stay focused and committed. Commit to this. Commit to getting those 3 and helping those 3 and then helping their 3 until you get to that point of 1,500. Don't ever give up. You are going to get people who are going to tell you no. That's just a part of this, right? That just moves you forward in the process. For every no, the next yes is right around the corner. And then watch what happens. Watch what happens to your business. Watch what happens to your financials life. Watch what happens when you commit to this, when you commit to this process, when you commit to getting that 1,500 in 4 months. You are going to change so many people's lives, not only financially, which is what we're talking about here, but also emotionally, physically, when they're utilizing these products in their home. You guys, oh my gosh, I have so many videos out there that are about how they've changed my life. And I have so many stories of how these products have changed other people's lives. And that's what we have our hands on, right? And so it's just stepping out of your comfort zone. You know, nothing good happens in the comfort zone. All it is the same old status quo, right? By us stepping out of our comfort zone and reaching out and helping people, supporting people, giving them an opportunity to make a decision, give them the opportunity to say no, okay? But that's okay. Let it roll off your back like a duck, right? Don't, there's one thing I can say is don't emotionally connect yourself to their decision, okay? Look, they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to the opportunity. And you know what? I can tell you this right now. In 5 months, a year, you're gonna be able to go back to them and be like, you missed out. Or are you ready to join me now? Because look at my checks. However it is that you want to go about that. But I believe in you. I believe that anybody can do this. Anybody. They just have to be willing to step out of their comfort zone to do the things that we've talked about today. And then here you go. You have an amazing opportunity to be able to show people from a product perspective, from a financial perspective, that can change people's lives. And so I'll hope you join me in this. We have some great support, weekly support calls that are happening that we would love to get you on, and things like that. So everything is there to help you be successful. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today, and look out for more videos on my YouTube. If you can like and share this channel, that would be great. In order to be able to help more people, there's so much resources that we have available to you. All right. Have an amazing day. Happy oiling.